It's May 23rd. It's the upper deep. And past this plastic frame here, they're starting to work on just the one side, drawing it out with comb. Nothing on the other side. And then the rest of the frames here have nothing drawn out yet. Okay, so this frame here is partially drawn out. They're storing some sugar water in the top. So this is the frame next to the plastic frame in the upper deep, and it's just covered in bee bread and pollen. A little bit of sugar water up in the top, not much. I think they've been storing most of the sugar water in the upper corners of the frames in the lower deep. So hopefully after that's done, hopefully they start drawing out more comb in the upper deep after they run out of space down there, which will hopefully be soon. Okay, so I just showed you guys that one frame next to this plastic frame, and it has just a lot of pollen and bee bread and a little bit of brood because I lifted it out from the lower deep and stuck it up here to try and get the bees to come up a little bit. And yeah, so both sides of those are filled with pollen and bee bread and a little bit of sugar water, and so the second frame here from the end has completely drawn out on the one side. There's absolutely nothing in it except for a little bit of pollen, a little bit of bee bread right there. There must be a little bit of sugar water right where those bees are. They're doing something. And then that last piece in there is just drone brood. So yeah, this is that last frame, and it's completely empty. Just a bunch of drone comb. This is the lower deep. I'm getting to work on that pollen patty that I gave them yesterday. I don't think I recorded this yesterday, and can't remember exactly how much brood was going on. I know there's a lot of brood. I just wanted to make this video so that I recorded it, because I can't remember, and I'd like to know for myself what the bees are doing. So yeah, let's look inside. Okay, so this is what the lower deep looks like. Lots of bees. I can't remember what's going on with this frame here. I don't think it's drawn on either side yet. I could be wrong. We'll take a look. Okay, so this is what the first frame looks like. Got some brood. There's one larva in here though that's kind of gray, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Maybe they just couldn't. Maybe they didn't have enough pollen, or I don't know. Hopefully it's not like. You can see them. They're doing the wiggle dance. Hopefully, where is it here? It's somewhere there. There it is. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on with that larva. Second frame is got pollen on one side and is basically foundation on the other side. The third frame in the lower deep, I think I gave this to them yesterday because I took a frame out because that frame had queen cells on it. But yeah, this frame is foundation. Just a bunch of foundation. Okay, the fourth frame is just a bunch of brood. Got some nectar in the corners of the frame. Got a band of pollen in the below that, and then just full of brood. I'll take a look at the other frames, and if any of the other frames look any different, then I'll let you know. But yeah, this is the fourth frame, and both sides of it look exactly like this. Just honey in the corners, brood, eggs, larvae, capped brood, drone brood. It's looking good. That's the other side. Just a bunch of bees. At the moment, I'd say she is definitely not honey bound. Okay, I'll take a look at frame 5 now, and so on, and yeah, if I see anything else, anything different, then I'll take a video of it. Okay, so I spoke too soon. The fifth frame is nothing but eggs and larvae less than 4 days old. Doing the wiggle dance. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Look at the pollen on that one. Yeah, fifth frame is nothing but eggs. Got a little bit of pollen in the corners and stuff. Yeah, a little bit of pollen. Lots of eggs. Lots and lots of eggs. Okay, so that's the fifth frame. Okay, so the sixth frame, it's got a little bit of brood, capped brood on the outside, and a little bit of honey in the corners, and more brood on the outside there. And then we got some older brood, and then day-old eggs. And I think that goes for about the same side. It's about what's going on this side as well. Okay, frame number 7 is just cram-packed full of capped brood. A little bit of sugar syrup nectar in the upper corners. And can you spot the queen? There she is. Okay, frame 8 doesn't have any brood on it, nor any eggs. It's got half of it is full of sugar syrup or nectar, and the other side is just foundation. A little bit of capped honey in the corners. Just one corner, I guess. But yeah, this frame here, it's just a sugar syrup honey frame, nectar frame. There's nothing else going on this frame. I don't know whether or not the queen will come over here in a couple days maybe and lay some eggs. We'll see. She might go back to the other frames in the middle to go lay more eggs over there. We'll see. Yeah, the other side is just foundation. Just a little bit of drawing going on, which is good. But for the most part, just foundation. And this is frame 8. So this is frame 9. Got honey and nectar / sugar syrup in the top 2/3. And that goes for both sides. We still have a little bit of drawing to do down there. Looks pretty gnarly down there. Hopefully they finish drawing that out. If not, doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah. Bunch of honey and nectar stores. It's frame number 9. Let's take a look at number 10. Okay, number 10 is bunch of capped honey. I'm not seeing any nectar, any uncapped honey, although I'm sure there is. No eggs, just honey. A little bit of bee bread and nectar in the middle there. Yeah, bunch of honey. That's the 10th frame. So yeah, that's the lower deep. Looking pretty good. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but the second frame had a bunch of brood, or a little bit of brood in the center, and a little bit of pollen in the top, a little bit of bee bread. That's the one side. And then if I pick it up, I should be able to show you guys the second side. And the second side has that band of bee bread on it, and a bunch of capped brood, so that's good. Yeah. And then just put this back down and put it in the second location there. Did I show you the first frame? First frame is just a bunch of pollen, foundation. And then I'll just even out the sides so that they both have about the same amount of space. There, that should tighten everything up pretty good. They're certainly putting down lots of propolis, which is good. Looks like some healthy bees. I'll give them back this pollen patty. I only gave this to them yesterday and they're already tearing it apart, which is good. Maybe I'll give them a bit of smoke. Get a couple of them down. There we go. Okay, there we are. Put the upper deep back on. Hopefully they get to work with all that sugar syrup there. I got a pollen patty, I got sugar syrup, I got everything they need to make a super robust hive. Hopefully they get to work on these plastic foundations in the next week here. We'll check them out a week from now. Hopefully they get to work. Okay, see ya.